This is the farmhouse and the land where Henry David Thoreau was born on July 12th, 1817. And we're here today to take a look at it and see where it all started. Graffiti left by the which owner?
Peterson?
The Petersons.
Yeah.
But we're actually standing in the room that Henry David Thoreau was born in. So this is really awesome. And it has the original plank floors that you can see right here. That's awesome.
And what's this?
This is a coffee can patch because there might have been a knot hole there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hi you guys, it's Mrs. Howell. Hey, I am at Walden Pond in Concord, Massachusetts, and I just visited the home of Henry David Thoreau, the replica home, and this is where he did his famous 2-year experiment, which we will be probably looking at this year in the book Walden, also known as Life in the Woods. So there's a lot to learn from this great experiment that Henry David Thoreau did. He was a transcendentalist and believed that everything that we need comes from nature. Here we are. This is a replica of the 180 square foot home that Henry David Thoreau lived in while he stayed at Walden Pond to conduct his experiment about living off the land. It's been looked at by environmentalists and literature majors for years, and you'll just see how simply he lived. Just 3 chairs, one for himself, one for company, and 3, he said, for society. He kept a cellar under the house to keep his food. It was a very simple way of living. Thoreau was a transcendentalist, and they believed in living simply, so everything that you need you could get from Mother Nature. So in his house there's just a desk, a wood box to hold his firewood, a simple bed, and a few chairs, and that's basically it.
Wood box, you would have used, men, you would have gotten up first thing in the morning to cut logs into kindling that would fit in the fireplace and fireplace length. If you didn't do that, you just didn't get breakfast. So this was a huge innovation. Henry had this one-room house on purpose. He called an experiment in deliberate living. What was typical for that day is if this young man got married, he wanted to prove that he was successful by building her a nicer house than his neighbors and dressing her in finer clothes than the neighbors. Henry thought that this accumulation of objects was ridiculous because
Well, it's been raining, but I'm walking back to the home site of Henry David Thoreau. Now, the original house is gone because after his 2-year experiment, he disassembled it and sold it again, and he went on to do other things. But the video that you saw earlier is basically a replica of the house. So I'm walking back to his original home site now. It's a site where many people have been bringing stones in honor of Henry David Thoreau for many, many years. This right here marks the original footprint of the house. And as we studied, it's only 180 square feet. This was the site of the original cabin. And right over there is Walden Pond. This is the burial site of Henry David Thoreau. He's buried here with his family, and this is his simple tombstone. People have left rocks here in honor of just the works that he did.